If Republicans care so much about crime, why do you suppose that this particular type of crime, crimes committed with guns, seems to be something they have no interest in?
Well, first of all, I think it's very interesting that you would choose the profession of lawmaker if you don't actually think laws work. That's a head scratcher. But, this is the same lawmaker who thinks laws will stop fentanyl death and will stop abortion, but somehow won't stop gun violence. And we simply know that isn't true. You can't be soft on guns and tough on crime. And voters showed Republicans that at the polls, right? Gun safety was one of the top 3 issues for voters in this country. But the reality is, the data shows gun laws work. When we look at states with stronger gun laws, there's less gun death. When we look at states with weaker gun laws, there's more gun death. That's pretty intuitive. And yet we continue to hear this gun manufacturer rhetoric that somehow more guns and fewer laws are going to make us safer. And if that were true, with 400 million guns and very few laws in this country, we'd be the safest country in the world. Instead, we have a 25 times higher gun homicide rate than any peer nation.
I mean, and I will look. I brought receipts. The wonderful producers here at the Readout got receipts for you to say to back up what you said. 6 out of the 10 states with the least gun violence deaths have the strictest gun laws: California, Hawaii, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New Jersey. Mississippi has the least strict gun laws in the country and the highest gun violence rate. The top 5 states in gun violence in order: Mississippi, Louisiana, Wyoming, Missouri, and Alabama. The United States has 120.5 guns for every 100 people. The next closest country is Yemen, then Serbia, then Montenegro. You go all the way down. And as you said, this is the country with the most murders by far. There is no country that's not at war that has more gun murders. It's the reason it's much more comfortable going to a bar in New York City, where they're not carrying guns, than it is to go in Atlanta, where they can carry in a bar. It's like, it seems like it's so obvious, but Republicans go, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. But a lot of states are doing something about it.
Absolutely. And look, this is rhetoric we've heard from the gun lobby, and they've invested in these lawmakers and they're their allies. But slowly but surely, we're making progress, right? When I started doing this a decade ago, about a quarter of all Democrats in Congress had an A rating from the NRA. Today, none do. And in fact, when we passed the first ever federal legislation in nearly 30 years through Congress this summer, it had 15 Republicans sign on. So we have to release the stranglehold that the gun lobby has had on our lawmakers finger by finger, and we're doing that. But, when we look at what is tying these gun deaths in this country together, and let's be clear, it's not just mass shootings, right? It's the daily gun violence that kills 110 Americans. There is something most of them have in common, and that is easy access to guns. We also have something no other country has, and that is a gun lobby that profits gun manufacturers by writing our gun laws to benefit them. It's pretty intuitive, and it's something that all Americans have to get off the sidelines and get involved in. They have a chance a week from Tuesday to re-elect Senator Warnock, and then our legislative sessions start in January. So it's really important that everyone is getting involved in this issue and showing lawmakers they want them to stand on the side of safety.